What's
Hey,
up?
Hello.
what's
Hello,
up?
hello. Welcome, welcome. So, yes, I am a DMV trans. Oh, thank you. You're so kind. Thank you. Thank you. Yes, I am a Los Angeles transplant. I'm out of this world, just like she said, just like Grace said, I am out of this world. So I am actually from this place called the DMV. Um, I know it got really quiet really quick. And I know you guys are thinking, okay, yeah, she is out of this world because she says she's from the DMV. Like, who would brag about being from the Department of Motor Vehicle? No, I am not from the Department of Motor Vehicle, you guys. I am from a place called the DC, Maryland, Virginia area. Woo!
Wow.
Yes, that's where I'm from. Yes, yes. Thank you for that snap. I saw that, Alex. Because guys, come on now. When have you, of course, I can't be from the Department of Motor Vehicle. When have you ever seen anyone at the DMV this happy or show teeth, Okay.
Mhm.
So yes, that's where I'm from. And guys, I don't know how you all feel. I came here to LA like at the end of COVID. And my mind goes back sometimes when I see people wearing face masks. My mind goes back to people wearing face masks during COVID. Like, I'm always paranoid. Do you have COVID, or are you just trying to protect yourself from my germs? I'm like, I don't know. So, so I think about it because when I was during that time, I was walking around in Washington, D.C., taking it all in because it felt like we were all in prison during that time, if I can be honest. So I'm walking around in Washington, D.C., and all of a sudden I get approached by this federal police officer. He's like, hey, you, put on your mask. If I see you without your mask again, you're going to jail. I was like, me? Go to jail? I don't have no street cred to go to jail. I mean, could you see me in jail? They would ask somebody, what are you in here for? I stole something. What are you in here for? I beat someone up. And then they come to me saying, what are you in here for? And I'd be like, okay, I got to fake it till I make it. Indecent exposure. On my face. Yes, 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 yes. But anyway, I would love to give a shout out to my girl Alopecia. That's always been by my side. Alopecia. And for those of you who may not know what alopecia is, it is not only the thing that got Chris Rock smacked by Will Smith for joking on Jada Pinkett about her alopecia, but it is also when your hair retires from your head and tries to build a retirement home in another part of your body. In my case, it's tried to build a beard.
Oh,
And
no.
I've had to block that out with some removal stuff. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. Shout out to alopecia. And like in the Black community, we like to give people nicknames. So I call her Pisha for short. You know what I mean? So yeah. But we're talking a little bit about love. I know that's kind of the theme today or this evening, wherever you might be watching in the world. You all, I have been very unlucky with love. I have a family that even though I've been unlucky in love, you all, I do come from a great relationship record. My parents have been married for 45 plus years, and they still like each other. And both of my siblings have been with their spouses for over like 15, 20 years. You know what I'm saying? And me, I've been with my therapist for 3 years. You know what I mean? Shout out to mental health. But yeah, I remember one of my friends saying, Angela, you think your therapist could be your husband? I'm like, ain't no way that could be my husband. He keeps seeing other people, and I don't believe in sharing. Okay. So anyway, I one time I was in the dollar store and I'm like walking around and all of a sudden I get approached by this cute guy and I was like, oh, he's kind of cute. Like, hey. And he was like, kind of flirting me. He's like, "Hi, how are you?" I was like, "I'm fine. What's your name?" He's like, "What's your name?" And we shared each other's names, and I'm thinking like we keep talking and flirting with each other, you guys. This dude comes out and asks me to borrow $1 in the dollar store. Where do they do that at? I'm like, if I loan you $1, dude, how am I going to get it back? I may never see you again, So yeah, it's just been really, really hard. And it's just crazy. It's just crazy. I guess like my longest relationship though, man, it was a special relationship. I mean, we used to go everywhere together. We used to do everything. We would eat together. We would sleep together. We would exercise together. We would go on road trips together. You know what I'm saying? Like we were together for like 200,000 miles. And I'm talking about my car. That's the longest relationship I've ever had. Okay. So yeah, that was my baby. It just broke my heart when he got sent to the junkyard. All good things come to an end though, so yeah, my car, man, that was something special. But anyway, I did years ago used to drive something called a hoopty. And for those of you who may not know what a hoopty is a raggedy car, okay? When I would turn on the air, fire would come out.
Oh, no.
And then when I would drive too fast, the wheels would tremble and they almost fell off. Now, as we get older, some things do go south. Well, in this hoopty, the ceiling went south and became custom-made drapes for the windshield. Okay? Yes. So, as Grace said, I am a LA transplant. It's really interesting being here in LA because whenever I tell people I'm new to LA, I always get the nicest greeting and warm welcome. People are like, "Oh, welcome." And I'm like, "Okay, thank you. That's so nice." I mean, I've lived in the South before and when I told them that I was new, all they did was say, "Hi." Here in LA, they're like, "Welcome." And I'm like, wow, I feel so special, so welcome here in LA. But y'all, when I get on that 405 or that 101, I don't feel so welcome. People be trying to drive me off the road. Beep, 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 beep. And I'm like, what happened to that welcome? Okay. Yeah, y'all. Yeah. And it's really been a challenge with the parking situation, you guys. Like, oh my gosh, I have gotten more parking tickets living in LA in less than 2 years than I've gotten in my entire life back in the East Coast.
Wow.
Okay. Yeah. It's so crazy. I'm like, only here in LA would your parking pass cost more than your copay when you go to the doctors, When I like call up and when I'm researching services, like to get my hair done or the dentist or, get my eyebrows done, my nails done. When I call up, I'm like asking them like, all right, so how are things at your business? And sometimes people are not truthful to me. So I'll go on Yelp to see not how people rate the services. I go on Yelp to see what do they say about the parking situation. Okay.
Right.
Yes. Mm-hmm. Some people can identify. So yeah. And it's crazy because like planes, it's like it used to be feel kind of safe to, fly. And nowadays, I don't know, a lot of people like myself are very hesitant about it, Last time I was at the airport, I was sitting next to this snooty lady as we were waiting to board the aircraft. And she goes, "Oh, where are you sitting?" And I was like, "I'm sitting in the coach section, like everybody else." And she goes, "Oh, well, I'm sitting in first class." I was like, "Oh, are you?" I said, "Lady, let me tell you something. If this plane goes down, we all going down. Only thing that's going to survive is a black box. So have a nice flight." Okay. Yes, yes. And getting older is kind of rough, you guys.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
kind of rough. They always say, black don't crack. You know what I'm saying? Black don't crack. But my knees sure do. Okay. And when I was growing up, the handrails, the handrails on the steps, you know what I'm saying? When I was growing up, I used to think those handrails on steps were like a toy. Like I was like, oh cool, we get to slide down them. Let's go up the steps and slide down. And I don't know what I was thinking, you guys. And then when I hit like my 20s and 30s, I was like, oh, these handrails they're just great decorations. They're really beautiful. What a nice aesthetic to this whole building here, Well, guys, after the age of like 40, 45, you like, oh Lord, where are those handrails? I need to hold on to something because I'm a fall, I'm like, oh my God, like those handrails are not to play with and they're not for beauty. They are to help you walk up and down the steps. It took me this long in my life. I was today years old when I realized that handrails are not for play or for beauty. Okay. They actually serve a need. Okay. So, it's just like, wow. All right. All right. So guys, I was talking to one of my friends one day and she was telling me, she goes, my husband and I, we're dinks. And I was like, dinks? What's a dink? She said, it means double income, no kids. I said, oh, okay. So does that mean I'm an oink? One income, no kid? I'm not a pig. You know what I mean? I'm not a pig. So, it's just been really crazy. It's been really crazy. The cost of food is really rough right now. It is really, really bad, the cost of food. I mean, I find myself visiting Costco's more than I ever did, eating all those samples. You know what I'm saying? Any samplers out there? Yeah. I was just like, man, I mean, people think like I one of the ways that I beat the cost of food, the high cost of food is I work for a catering company. Okay. So therefore, hey, I get to eat, you know what I'm saying? Free food. But y'all, people think like, oh, Angela came out to Hollywood so she could be an actor, be on TV and be in the films. I'm like, no, not really. I came out here, y'all, because when you work on a set, y'all, you get some good food. Okay. And it's a part of your paycheck. And it don't get deducted from your paycheck either. All right. I'm talking like you get at least at a minimum 2 meals a day and snacks all day long. You know what I'm saying? Like that's why I came out here was for the free food. Cause there's more productions going on out here than there ever was back in the East Coast. So, free food is where it's at. You know what I'm saying? So that's how I beat it. But, here in Los Angeles, we dealt with the LA fires and it was a very, very scary, scary thing.
Yes.
For me, it was really scary because, I'm from the East Coast and in the East Coast, they say, don't go nowhere, stay put, stay in your house, don't leave unless you have to. Here, when the fires happen, they're like, get out, run for your life, get out. And I was like, oh. So, y'all, I got the alert on my phone saying that I needed to evacuate. Y'all, I was so scared. I was not prepared, okay? Evacuation bag, like, what is that? So I put together one in 20 seconds, So, yeah, so I put together, I packed I knew what to pack best, all my sparkles. I packed my sparkle microphone cover, which I made. I packed my sparkly jacket. I packed my sparkly jeans. And I have a sparkle hat, but I didn't want to blind y'all too much, you all. And y'all, as I was walking away from my apartment building, all of a sudden it hit me. I was like, oh my gosh, if my apartment burns down, I'm going to be the most sparkliest unhoused person in Los Angeles. Anyway, you all, thank y'all so much. My name is Angela Moore.
Woo, thank you. Thank you so much, Angela.